Hello, everybody. I know it's been a while since I've talked to many of you parishioners and others who tune in on this, but we are reconnecting again. It's that fall season when things start over. For many of the parishioners, we've had a focus that we're planning for the next few years on these main priorities: faith formation, helping one another to grow deeper in our Catholic Christian faith as followers of Jesus Christ. Also, then we have community outreach in reaching out to the wider community. As a parish, we see we're part of a neighborhood and part of a world. And also, the other one is evangelization. In that, we're talking about sharing the good news of God's love revealed in Jesus Christ with the people around us, not only by what we do, but by the kind of love we show them that this God has and can work through us. And right now, I welcome Anne DeFrangia, who was part of a commission. We've been having different commissions. We've been talking about Pastoral Care, and she'll be telling you more in a moment. Hello, Anne. Glad to have you.
Hi, Father Norm.
Anne and I have known each other for a lot of years, and it's good to have her part of this community. And tell me, why did you even choose to get involved in a parish? Because a lot of people, they say, well, I'm too busy or I got other interests, but you chose to get in the midst of things.
Yes, one of the main reasons was I came to understand that having a deep faith is not enough, that I need to share that faith and be part of a community, and that it would help me to grow. It would hopefully do something for others, but my original intention was that I would grow and in faith through a sense of community. And I had the time to do that, and so I did.
Well, hey, we're glad. And of course, all of you hearing this, for all of us, that personal growth journey we can all be on, and participation in parish can make a difference. Hey, why did you choose, once you decide to connect with the parish, with the Pastoral Care Commission?
I thought about that, and I look back and I specifically picked Pastoral Care because I feel that we are living in a culture and a time that is so dualistic that we have really become divided on almost every aspect, culturally, socially. You're either, it's either liberalism or religiosity, or it's this or it's that. And that I like the words of Pope Francis, where he uses the words, pastoral response, that instead of engaging in a situation and saying, I've got to pick the right side, or I don't want to be on the wrong side, I wanted to just enter whatever situation it would be and do the loving thing, that we would reach out and not worry about the others. I love Rumi. He's a Sufi master, and he used to say, it was out of beyond, and there's a field beyond right and wrong. I'll meet you there. And that's how I felt about the Pastoral Care Commission. In the field beyond right and wrong, we would meet and just love people.
Yeah. Well, tell me, what are some of the things that have happened in pastoral care that express that loving people and that got you involved?
Well, there were many things, but some of the big things that we did, meaning on a larger scale, was that we developed an outreach to those who are grieving. In other words, it's like a support group, but even more than that. It's participatory. People can come and they can speak or not speak, and they meet on a regular basis. And that grieving doesn't have to be someone they just lost. It can be unresolved grief, but that basically many people grieving the loss of a loved one feel isolated and alone. And that outreach was important. And that included the Memorial Mass, All Saints Day, and reaching out to people, making a phone list, which I was part of. And that was very rewarding and very eye-opening, that people were so grateful and surprised. In other words, they received a phone call and a personal invitation to come to this Mass. And it meant a lot to them. And I grew from that.
That's a great example. Do you have another one too that you might mention?
Well, one of the things that we did, which was, I think, a pretty ambitious, and was to take the chapters in the encyclical of Pope Francis called Fratelli Tutti, which means brothers, all of us, which was a saying of St. Francis of Assisi, which to me embodies the pastoral response. And where he addresses things like immigration, giving asylum, and that, he basically, his message in this entire encyclical is you need to love the world like your life depends on it, because it does. And what was really, I think, important was that we invited people. So we had people who had done missionary work, people who were out in the community, somebody from the family court system, many different people who shared. And then even though we had to do some of it on Zoom and some of it in person, we gave people an opportunity to participate. And one of the things that came of that was some person talked about how the magistrates and the judges in family court don't know what to do with the families that are waiting. Like, this is your kid. Maybe you got 3 other kids you got to bring with you. And so they would be bringing stuff for the kids. The magistrate, the judges, the kids had nothing to do. And out of that talk, that forum, came the fact that our commission now has an outreach to the family court system, and we provide crayons or paper, whatever. They did ban us, though, from giving any more Play-Doh to the family. No more Play-Doh.
No, hey, that's great. And I know people may be listening, and there may be some thinking, gosh, maybe I'd like to be part of a commission like that. Do you have any projects you're thinking of for the near time now?
Well, we have one that's just started again, which is divorce recovery. We really want to reach out to the local community on a very personal level, such as, for example, St. Mary's or some other parish where there are more immigrants, or St. Bernard's, and really deal with the immigration. That's one of the things that I think is primary in a lot of our minds. And to do the least little or big thing, whether it's finding space for them or being a reading tutor or anything that they need, the most, whatever it is they need. And we're going to find out what they need and how we can make the transition a little easier for them. And we're coming up with creative ideas to do that.
Well, that's good. Well, hey, thank you so much. Again, I hope all of you who are listening can see, and I've seen in the 3 years now, that just some wonderful opportunities of people coming together. And I know your commission has a focus not only on your doing it, but on influencing our parish and even the people around us to also engage. They may not want to be part of a meeting, but to be part of some of these wonderful, worthwhile outreaches.
That's true. Many of the people who participate in our outreach are not members of the commission. No, it's great.
Well, hey, Ann, thank you very much. It's good to hear from this commission and among the others. And I know we'll be sending something out fairly soon to the Flock Note people, especially reminding you of all the different commissions that we've been able to hear here. And you'll be hearing more about even possibly if joining, or you're not a meeting kind of person, being part of a project such as the good ones that happen here.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless. And God bless everyone who's been listening and watching.